back with MrTaxes.ca with special guests and our special co-host. Make sure and tune in weekly Wednesday mornings, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 noon Central. Remember to subscribe and remember to smash, bash, and kick it in the you-know-what with that like button if you want more videos like this. And there you have it, the little intro. I think our co-host Jesse is somewhere in the wings.
I'm here.
There he is, live back in Canada.
Back in Canada.
Just in time for spring.
Yeah, I can tell you, I'm sure glad I missed winter.
You came back just on the edge of winter.
Yeah, left right before it started, came back right before spring started.
Well, that's good timing.
Almost like it was planned.
Yeah, it was. I know it was planned a little bit. So welcome, everybody. If you're tuning in live, we're coming to you here 9 a.m. Pacific every Wednesday on the West Coast in Vancouver. Jesse is Mountain Time in Edmonton. And if you're tuning in from Ontario, it is lunchtime. So you're probably out watching this on your mobile device or having a snack in the office or just on your way to meet clients. What's been happening in the industry, Jess?
Well, I mean, this week presents some pretty big shifts and changes, which I'm excited to dive into. You know, I don't know how much we want to reveal right out the gate, but some big stuff happened this week.
Yeah, the NOA services that the portal provides with Canada Revenue has shut down a few more providers that are solely issuing notices of assessment. And we have a little slide coming up showing kind of the history of the industry. We'll call it service provider for the mortgage industry. We've been doing it since 2006, specifically with that service. We'll dive more into that. And that's really what we're going to be talking about today. So if you've tuned in before on a Wednesday, we got a couple slides just telling you about Jesse, telling you a little bit about ourselves here at Mr. Taxes, how Jesse and I work together, and then always try and keep it light with a few tax tips, jokes, some motivational stuff along the way. And then what you're going to learn this week is more about the side hustle for your side hustle, the affiliate program we have specifically for mortgage brokers and what's happening in the industry with the NOA services. So this is our 21st webinar for 2022. I guess next week there'll be a lot of twos. Next week will be number 22 in 2022. And I'm wondering if one of the webinars falls on June 22nd. That would be an alignment of numbers. That definitely would be.
Yeah. My wife is super into numerology, so she would probably say that that's pretty cool.
I'm just going to check that right now. And guess what? The 22nd does fall on a Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
That is, yeah, we'll have to get your wife on, talk about some numerology on that one. So that'll be June 22nd in 2022. Our events every week, we do run other webinars, other live events now that the restrictions have lifted somewhat. We hope at least, what time is it? They've been lifted. At least it's 9:04 here in the West Coast. Rules haven't changed yet, but it's only 9:04. But we're glad to see events happening here in Vancouver and across the country. I know QuickBooks is off, going live again with their event. The Mortgage Brokers Association is coming here in the fall into Vancouver. The e-file license group is running their event in Victoria in the fall as well. So lots of live events, sporting events. How about those Oilers?
Well, they had a decent attempt at turning things around last night, so hopefully they can pull their socks up.
Yeah, let's hope for Canada. Let's hope. Okay, a little bit about us. So trademark backdated to 1984, but more importantly, we started offering notice of assessment services to mortgage brokers in 2006. And along the way, there's been quite a few copycats. I always say it's okay to be a copycat as long as you copy the right cat. But a lot of service providers have come along and they've only been providing that as a standalone service, which CRA, they have put their foot down. And along the way, they've closed quite a few companies. We will have a few of them listed on the next slides. And the thing is, once they're shut down, they don't come back. Once your e-file license is suspended, you're on the blacklist. And your e-file license is tied to your rep ID code. So your rep ID account is tied to your SIN number. So there's no escaping it, and it precludes other providers from working with you as well. So CRA is trying to close the door in behind all of these providers. luckily, knock on wood, we've weathered the storm. We've shifted our process each time to align with Canada Revenue, and we've done it again. We actually preempted the strike this time. We had our a little bit later. We got a couple more slides, and then Jesse's going to dive into how to get signed up for our affiliate program. So if you've been affected by the outage of NOA services with quite a few of the providers across the country, feel free to reach out to us, set up a call, find out what it's all about, find out how the rules have changed. Probably won't be able to get through it all here in an hour, but we'll do our best.
So yeah, just a little bit about me. I love talking about myself, but
yeah, don't get fired up too much.
Yeah,
I wish we had one of those air horns here like they had for the game last night.
Yeah, no kidding. I've been in the online business space for about 6-7 years now. Been fortunate enough to find a few different affiliate programs that I was able to climb to #1 in sales for over my time with them. Lately, I've been doing a lot of coaching and consulting. I just love helping people find ways to automate their business, to gain more time freedom essentially in their life and their business, and just different ways to integrate and make things happen and bring ideas to life. That's what I love to do. And that's how Rob and I started working together. He was looking to create or, improvise on the affiliate program that he already had in place. And luckily he uses the same software that I'm really familiar with. And one thing led to another. We started working together on that. And then also I am life insurance licensed and heading up the Alberta division for Mr. Insurance and working with Rob and the team on that as well. Yeah. So that's me.
My life story. Thanks, Jess.
I've seen the lips moving.
So these little memes, I like these memes that Alicia's been putting together. This one's brilliant. Needing insurance is like needing a parachute. If it isn't there the first time, chances are you won't be needing it again. So it's kind of like it's been used to getting. And we have been the service provider with Philogix or for Philogix. And I know there's a few on the webinar today from Philogix. And things have really shifted. We got a call from Canada Revenue a week ago Friday, because we were getting an error on submission, a W861 error that's saying, the submission's accepted, but it's being reviewed by Canada Revenue. So we knew right away what was going on. They're reviewing our submissions. And then we preempted, got a hold of CRA. But luckily what happened prior to that is Jesse and I were working for a couple of weeks on our affiliate program, with the team here in the office, looking for a way for brokers to refer clients to us and for us to refer clients back to brokers. So in essence, that's the basis of our program, is just you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. And we are still working with Philogix to find a way to keep this service alive for the industry, because it is very important for brokers. You don't want your clients going into a Beeline or alternative lender, paying a whack more money when they don't have to, just for missing a couple pieces of paper from Canada Revenue. But Canada Revenue has made it very clear that there are kinks in the process that they're not comfortable with direct broker to client in between the service provider. So that's something we're working on in the background. And, we'll come on every week and address that. We'll address questions from brokers. If you have insights or suggestions, feel free to reach out or, give us a call. Our number, I believe, is up on the slides at the end, but it's a very easy number to remember, 1-800-MR-TAXES or 604-MR-TAXES if you're in the Lower Mainland. So this affiliate program is the side hustle for your side hustle. So if you're a mortgage broker getting into the industry and you're looking for referrals, get on our affiliate program. Alicia, who does all these slides, and Matthew in our marketing department, put slides like this together for you for banners on our website. So if you're part of our affiliate program, you get exposure on our website, regardless of which brand you're under. You could be under one of the 6 national brands for mortgages. We're indifferent. We're looking for referrals. That's what's in it for us. And I'm sure you as brokers are looking for referrals. And it'd be nice to get some of these marketing pieces done for yourself as well. So here is a list of NOA services that have been shut down going back to 2018. There were quite a few more in between, but these are some of the major ones, getting major inroads into the national brokerages, etc. Philogix, that was working with Door. The main reason why all of these services have been shut down, and they're still closed, because their e-file licenses have either been suspended, revoked, or under scrutiny. But all of their websites are down. They have been down since those dates, and they haven't come back up. With the exception of DOOR, we were brought on to Filogix to help find a solution. We found a solution. We kept it running until the recent changes 2 weeks ago. And we still weathered the storm because our e-file license is still active. We just changed our process slightly, and we're working with the team at Filogix to try and, find a resolution. We still love to work with Filogix and the industry. But again, we're waiting on some confirmations from Canada Revenue to find out which direction we're going to take. But we're ready to go in direction A or direction B. Either one, our affiliate program will address both issues with Canada Revenue, and we're looking forward to get that letter from them so that we can keep, muscling ahead with our service. So Jesse, I'll let you talk. You know quite a bit about the program details. So we have 3 slides coming up, and then what Jesse's going to do is actually share the onboarding process with the affiliate program. Pretty seamless.
Yeah. So, I mean, the whole program, like Rob said, is designed around helping you get more referrals, helping us get more referrals, and just a win-win scenario. That's what we're all about, creating win-win scenarios where everyone is walking away happy. And to take it even a step further, it's actually a win-win-win scenario, because not only do you win as the mortgage broker when you use this program, but Mr. Taxes and the team here wins, as well as your client wins at the same time. So we've got it broken down into what's in it for your clients, what's in it for you as the broker, and what's in it for us as the Dollar Tax Club. And, the next 3 slides will kind of break that down for you. Yeah.
So for clients, a complimentary tax review. So Canada Revenue has made it clear that you cannot provide NOA services unless it's for your clients as a tax firm. But we're waiting for the letter on confirmation on that, and then we'll be able to revise our process a little more. But we can onboard a client within 24 hours. Our service agreement with Filogix was 30 minutes. We were turning orders around in 30 minutes, but we've changed it back now to 24 hours just to give us time to refine the process. We should be able to get it in back to under an hour within a week or 2. So if you refer us a client for tax services, and we have a whole array of tax services, we're able to help get balances owing reduced or eliminated faster than if the client paid it off with a check. But that's a catch-22 for brokers that know that clients are trying to borrow money to pay off CRA debt, but they can't get the approval because they have debt with CRA. So what do? We file objections. We address it to the direct department. We upload it through the CRA portal, and those balances get removed into the appeal section of their account faster than if they send a check to Canada Revenue or even pay online in some cases. Also for your clients, a discount on services. The clients that pay us by January each year for their tax services receive 40% off. 50% off as a first-time client. That's goes on their account. And then ongoing is 40% off if they pay in January, sign the documents each year. And that reduces to 30% in February. I'll give you a guess for March, 20%, 10% in April. So all of our clients receive a minimum 10% discount if they're members of the Dollar Tax Club. And then fast track on documents. So every tax review that we do includes a full package of documents from Canada Revenue. We actually assist clients getting access to their own account, get them set up on their own My Account, so they don't have to use us or depend on NOA services. That's one of the biggest challenges for brokers, I believe, is getting their clients registered with Canada Revenue. Sometimes a client will have their account closed or temporarily shut down for different reasons. If a letter goes to the wrong address from Canada Revenue and the person who receives the letter does the right thing and returns it, it goes back to Canada Revenue, and Canada Revenue closes your My Account for security purposes. Now you have to apply over the phone. They mail out a code. And if your mortgage is closing in the next couple of days, or like we do on Friday, get calls on Friday at 5 p.m., there's no time to get those documents. That's one of the biggest challenges, is getting those documents from clients. But we have 25,000 plus clients now on our servers, and those clients, most of them are homeowners, and any broker that works with a client of ours is able to contact us directly with a confirmation letter from the client signed. We can get those documents to the broker, but it has to be a tax client. Canada Revenue has made that very clear. So what's in it for brokers? Jesse, you know how the commissions work because you set up the whole program.
Yeah. So what's in it for brokers is not only do you get your own custom coded link that you can send to your clients to get them onboarded and become a client with Mr. Taxes and whatnot, but you don't have to worry about anything. Everything's built for you. The whole process is built for you. You just literally copy the link, send it to your clients. They go through the process. They become a client of Mr. Taxes. They get their documents. Everything's good. They get their discount opportunities. And you, as the referring affiliate, would get a commission on any services that they end up purchasing through the process. That works out to be a 20% commission on the first year, and then I believe it goes to 5% for recurring years afterward. So it could be a recurring income that you are building up with your clients on services that they're needing anyways, right? Now that is probably going to be, there's probably going to be more additions to it in the coming weeks. I don't want to say too much because, we don't know which direction we're quite going yet, but there's going to be more additions to it, more opportunities for you as the broker. And, what was kind of seeming like a bad thing a couple of weeks ago is actually turning out to be a really good thing. And I'm excited to see how it all kind of plays out.
Yeah, it's more security for brokers. I know the other services had security, built into their websites, etc. But there was just Canada Revenue just doesn't want that disconnect between the client. The biggest reason we found out from Canada Revenue was a lot of brokers that are referring their clients to the other NOA services, and even the ones coming through Filogix, is a lot of them don't read the documents that they sign. And when you're signing documents for the mortgage, you sign your credit bureau agreement, your agreement with the brokerage, your agreement for the agreement, your agreement, to pull the land titles, documents, all of those documents, sometimes up to 20, 30 pages of documents. They have no idea. Canada Revenue sends out a letter to every authorization submission that goes through. Canada Revenue automatically generates a letter or an email if they're registered with email to the taxpayer. And the taxpayer gets the email and says, who are these people? Why are they on my account? And they panic and they call Canada Revenue with a complaint. And, the phones must ring off the hook. We did some simple math and we estimate there's probably 10,000 submissions going through a month just for the mortgage industry. I'm assuming there's a tenth of that going through outside of tax season for the rest of the 200,000 registered e-filers in Canada. So, Canada Revenue gets their knickers in a knot when security is breached, especially those in charge of the security department. And any of those that are on today listing that are from the IT departments at the respective brokerages or service providers, they understand, the security is paramount. So we have processes in place now to verify credit card information, ID, et cetera, for all our clients coming on board. And, that should appease Canada Revenue moving forward. I like the last one, though, the discounted services for brokers, because brokers that come on board with us receive not only discounts for their clients, but massive discounts for themselves. So if you're incorporated as a broker, actually, if you're not incorporated as a broker, we're just wondering why you aren't yet. Massive tax saving opportunities if you're incorporated, but reach out to us and we can tell you more about all that stuff. So what's in it for us? For us, paramount, keeping our e-file license and staying compliant. And, our mission statement is to minimize tax and maximize wealth, but it started out minimizing tax. I got my license almost 20 years ago in the financial services industry and started going to all the high net worth seminars and learning about tax strategies. It's not just about filing tax, it's about minimizing tax for your clients and looking for every possible strategy. Mortgage brokers have taken actually the first leap of saving taxes, and that is becoming self-employed. And if you're doing it part-time, if you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, still working a day job, you get most of that tax that you pay during the year to your employer, that the employer is collecting for Canada Revenue. You get most of that back. And then, of course, what's in it for us is exposure to our brands. We love it when brokers come on and tell clients about us, and then we refer clients back to brokers that are on our affiliate program. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So what's in it for all three? So if you're a broker listening in and you want to get involved with our affiliate program, there's the link there. I'm sure Alicia will get it up in the chat area. A demo here. We've had the luxury of having Filogix on, monthly the past couple of months, and with demos on their back end, their software, and still up and running. The only difference is now we're looking for a solution, to try and circle back and get that up and running, a full circle solution. But right now our affiliate program is a way for brokers to still get these, get that service for their clients that they need. So Jesse, how hard is it to get registered here for the affiliate program if you're a broker?
Oh, we've made it super hard. Just kidding.
Super hard, yeah. You thought the mortgage exam was tough.
Yeah. Try being an affiliate for Dollar Tax Club. Just kidding. It's very simple. It's very simplified. We've literally made it as simple as we possibly could. I don't think it could get much easier.
Yeah, I know the biggest challenge for brokers is that initial screen, the two buttons with the software that we use to run the affiliate program, and then actually logging in. But Jesse's gonna, I think it's about 6 or 7 clicks and you're set to go. And if you need help with it, reach out to Jesse, myself, one of the team. We can walk you through it. Or this is going to be up for replay on the YouTube channel. So remember to like, subscribe, and comment somewhere around the screen here if you're watching on YouTube. But you can play it in slow motion, freeze it, take a look at the screenshots. So just enjoy Jesse's presentation here, and then you can always watch it on the replay.
Yeah, so this is the page that you're going to see when you go to the link that Rob was just showing you just before this. Obviously you can watch the video. I think it's a 35-minute video talking about very similar concepts that we're talking about here today, just giving a breakdown of exactly what it entails and how it works and how to sign up and everything. But just to give you, show you how simple it actually is, you literally just click this button. Okay, so it's not letting me pop up the actual page, but essentially when you click this button, if you're not already an affiliate for the program, what'll pop up here is 2 options. One will be sign in, or one will be create a free account. And what you'll want to do is, if you've never created an account with Kartra before, Kartra is the platform that this whole affiliate program is run off of. If you've never created
I got it up on my screen here, so I can just pull mine up for a second so you can get the screenshot.
Yeah.
So when you go to the landing page, the first page you are going to see. So there you go. You click on sign up as an affiliate.
You've got your 2 options here. If you've got a Kartra account, you have a Kartra account, then click the sign in button. If you don't have one and you've never signed up for a Kartra account, then you would click the free sign up. So it doesn't cost you anything. There's no, you don't even need to put a credit card or anything. You fill out that form, and then the next thing I'll ask you a couple, I think it's 5 questions, very basic stuff. What do you do for a living? Have you ever promoted anything before? Are you a mortgage broker? Yes, no. What industry are you in? Essentially, once you do that, then it will take you to, I'm just going to share my screen again. Then it'll take you into your Kartra account, which will look just like this. This is your dashboard for the Dollar Tax Club affiliate program. In here, it's very basic functionality. It'll take you right to the My Affiliate Promos tab. All of these other tabs on the left-hand side, if you try to click on them, a video will pop up and say you don't have access to this because you don't have a paid account. Now, if you do decide that you want to use some of these other services that Kartra offers, then you can always upgrade your account and start building your own pages, your own websites, your own sales funnels, membership areas. There's surveys. You can do a whole bunch of different stuff in there. However, that's not mandatory for what we're talking about here today.
And Jesse, do you know anybody that could help out with that kind of stuff?
100%. You can reach out to me and I will gladly help you with that. This is my bread and butter. This is I spend probably, no joke, probably 5 to 6 hours a day inside of this dashboard here. Just building new stuff, automations, putting things together, making things work and making things look good. So if you're looking for something like that, yeah, reach out to me and I can definitely help you out. But for the purposes of what we're talking about here today, this is your affiliate dashboard. So your page will look exactly like this. And if you ever sign up for more affiliate offers, then you'll see more of these little circles pop up. up here. Those are all your different offers that you have access to. Right now, the only one we have in this account is the Dollar Tax Club member. Now in here, you don't need to worry about any of these things. They're just, that's all the different products that Mr. Taxes offers through the Dollar Tax Club that all have affiliate commissions paid out on. But for what you need to worry about is you need to come down here to where it says My Link, click on that, and then click Your Affiliate Link. Now there's 2 pages here. It's personal preference. You can copy both of them, open a new tab, paste them in there, check them out. They're very similar pages, just a little bit different wording on each one. So you can use either one of them. They both go to the same place. It's just which one do you prefer, essentially. But you can copy those, save them somewhere in your notes, put them in your process, and then anyone who you are going to be referring through the program, all you do is send them that link, and it will take them through the process. You don't need to worry about tracking anything. Everything is tracked inside of this dashboard. There's a whole analytics tab. So if people do go through there and they do end up purchasing any of the products, then it's all tracked inside of here. You'll get your commissions and everything will be tracked. The one thing I do want to let you know that I don't think we've really talked about over the last little bit is to get paid your commissions, you will need to set up your payment settings. So you can come up here and you can just go through this process. The easiest one is PayPal because it's all automated. It's designed to be completely automated. If you plug your PayPal account in here, then what'll happen is as people go through and purchase these products, it'll all be tracked inside of the Mr. Tax's Dollar Tax Club side of things. And it's all designed to be completely automated, even from our end where nobody has to do anything. It'll just automatically send you your commissions through PayPal when they're due. So that's the easiest way. If you do any of these other ones, then they require obviously manual labor to get those out to you. But yeah, that's the easiest. If you don't have a PayPal account, sign up for one for free. It's really simple. And then you literally just choose PayPal, connect your PayPal. It'll ask you to log into your PayPal and then you're done. And then the other thing you'll want to do most likely is go to your profile and just fill out your profile details. It's really basic stuff. Just make sure it's all in there, mostly for tax purposes and stuff like that. But yeah, that's essentially it. Once you have your link from your promos tab, then you can start referring clients and they can start going through the process. They can start getting their documents, doing whatever, they need to do with Mr. Taxes and the team there. Rob, I don't know if you want to dive deeper into some of the stuff we've been putting together over the last week or so or not, but
one of the big things is the process for clients. We'll share that link with anybody who's on the webinar today, and it actually went out in our email yesterday. We had a state of the union address we sent out last night, and I know that the other service providers have a panic webinar that they're doing right after this on I Love Mortgage Brokering. The other 2 service providers, which have both been in essence shut down temporarily, they say they have a solution. We're looking forward to a solution because our relationship with Filogix was perfect. We didn't have to vet the brokers. We didn't have to vet the clients. The brokers vetted the clients, which is a great process for CRA, which they may not realize that, 90% of accountants I know never check for a social insurance card or ID with clients coming in to file their tax returns. Most accountants know their clients from, history or referrals, etc. But brokers actually verify documents. I mean, they're required to, and different rules in different provinces, but very, very little mortgage fraud that goes on or that surfaces because it's all caught before, I'd say probably 98% of it's caught or attempts are caught before it happens. And then when it does happen, very easy to find out or trace back. But that, that break in the chain of, document control, etc., that, everybody's worried about, Canada Revenue is one of the biggest ones. One of the slides I am going to share is one of the things that brokers do get, and that'll come up on the screen here, is on the left is a QR code. So here's one of our affiliates, call him Murray Broker here in the Lower Mainland in Vancouver. Got a few deals from us already, only been on for a couple of weeks. We created these advertising promos for him. All he has to do is post them. That QR code is tied to your affiliate link that Jesse showed you how to set up as a broker. And again, if you're not sure how to set it up, and then I believe Alicia's putting together a dozen of these images, 10 maybe. She'll probably put in the comment, but why not? Why don't we make it a dozen? But, different tax tips that you can put out to social media that will bring on potential clients for you. You're recognized now as an expert in your space because you know a little bit about tax and you work with a national tax service provider. And again, you refer us clients, we refer you back clients. What's in it for us, what's in it for you, but most importantly, what's in it for the client is the client gets, that fence of financial services wrapped around them. And, Colin's been pretty happy with these ads. He's posting them like crazy everywhere, getting lots of leads in. And again, if a client comes in through one of these ads and they're not working with a mortgage broker already, those get referred back to you as a mortgage broker. And I know mortgage brokers are all looking for accountants to form a relationship with, just like the guys that are going on the I Love Mortgage Brokering webinar. I reached out to them over the years. Everyone that was on that list previous in the webinar reached out to them. Even the one that copycatted our name, Mr. NOA. I mean, when you're this big, they call you Mr. But if you're going to be a copycat, it's okay as long as you copy the right cat. Reach out to all of them. And again, they're still trying to solve the problem without coming to the group that started the whole thing. We started all this in 2006. First one's on the market, and we'll prevail. We'll just keep going because, we don't look at our competition. We're in the infinite game, not the finite game like Simon Sinek describes. We're not in it to beat the competition. We're not in it to be number one. We're just in it to be in it, to help clients, service clients, grow the business. None of us are going to be around in 60 years to look at this. Some of us not in 30 years, some of us not in 10 years. And the way the industry's going, all these other service providers, they may kick the bucket before you know it with all the stress they're going through. But again, we're here, doors open for business, and we're grateful. I know there's a couple here on from Philogics today, and hey, we're grateful and still trying to find a solution to keep this going and working together, more importantly for the industry, because we're all in different aspects of the financial industry, especially mortgage brokers. Let me see here if I can get this turned off. Back to Jesse. Here we are. Back to normalcy. Tax tip. What is your financial independence number? So that's the amount of money you need in the bank so that you can go into your job in the morning and tell your boss you're not coming back. So what is that number? For most people, they don't know what that number is, but we'll help you calculate it. And it's a very simple calculation. Let's say it's $1 million. Divide that by 0.6. That'll tell you how much, or multiply it by 0.6. That'll tell you how much revenue you're going to get. And we can do the formula working backwards to see how much you need in the bank. So for most people, it's a little more than $1 million, but you have to take other things into consideration. What are you going to be receiving for CPP, old age security, any private pensions? How much do you have left on your mortgage, et cetera, et cetera? Can you do a reverse mortgage? These are all things that mortgage brokers can help out with. And we bring in mortgage brokers on every case for a client that we're dealing with that has a mortgage. And again, those referrals go out to our affiliate partners in the mortgage industry. Okay, so for weekly events, very simple, mrtaxes.ca/events. It's on our Facebook page as well. So join us on social media. Again, if you're watching this on the replay on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe. Click the button below, make comments, give us your feedback, reach out to us. And the big one, Q&A. Who has some questions here for us? If not, we'll just keep chatting. We can pause and wait.
I'm not seeing any questions popping up.
I didn't hear anything about the hockey game. Jesse just been way too busy here. So what happened to the Oilers yesterday? Was it a big loss? Did they lose? Did they win?
I believe the final score was 7-6. They ended up losing. It wasn't for lack of effort. They definitely gave it a good effort. But yeah, it was just, they just couldn't get ahead. Every time they would square up get caught up, within 30 seconds they would be behind again. So it was a good game though. It was entertaining.
Who knows? So back to this affiliate program. We are still waiting on a letter from Canada Revenue. We've been told our Our e-file license is fine. Just a few hoops we'll have to jump through to be compliant, or a little more compliant. Not that we're not compliant already. And working with Filogics, they're a global fintech company. I think their CEO received a second place award internationally for fintech companies around the world last year. And they're a $5 billion company out of the UK that purchased Davis and Henderson a few years ago, I believe, for $1.8 billion. And they manage pretty extensively a lot of Canadian banking software, et cetera. Most of the back end, the pipelines from all the other service providers in the mortgage industry, a lot of them go through the Filogics platform in Canada. So, their security is pretty tight, but Canada Revenue doesn't know all these things. So we're going to have to get, everybody involved. Once we receive that letter, we're going to be circling back and seeing what we can do to get all of this resolved. And, as far as we're concerned, it's business as normal. The only difference is we cannot go directly from mortgage broker to client. We have to work directly with the client. So there's that aspect of it, but we'll find some ways to make it streamlined, and possibly CRA is going to, open it up in the future. But as of right now, we were told definitively on a phone call a week ago, Friday, that is not going to happen for NOA providers that don't provide tax services. But our door's open for business. I don't know why the phone's not ringing. Is your phone ringing, Jess?
It's on Do Not Disturb, so I don't know.
Yeah, for all those calls that are coming in, but we've been working with Filogics for a year and a half, and we're grateful for that, for the last year and a half, and we're still in communication with them. I know there's a few on the webinar today to see what's going on and what can be resolved. And I'm sure everybody across the board is wondering what's going on in the industry. Yeah,
it's a big shift, obviously, but we're fortunate enough that we're going to be able to keep on trucking.
Yeah, I know, the other service providers I know are using either DocuSign or HelloSign, which is industry standard. Some of the other service providers I know have their own dedicated systems, but Dropbox used by 50 million people around the globe, pretty impenetrable unless you give away your passwords, for somebody to log in and hack in. So it's not that the industry is not looking after the security, it's just that Canada Revenue doesn't recognize it. I think that's the big factor. And again, really looking forward to the letter that's coming. I asked if they could send it registered, and so we could track it to make sure it gets here. It's kind of like that old adage, like waiting for your refund check. It's in the mail. Give it another week. Give us a call back Monday. So I just hope that's not going to happen. I've been on the phone with them every day asking about the letter, and they assured me that yesterday it was sent out. I asked last Friday if it was going to be sent out, and I guess I got around to it yesterday. But the important thing is we're still open for business and open to, that relationship with brokers. So if you have interest in our program, what we're still doing, that we've been doing since 2006, give us a call. No, any questions in the chat?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking that this affiliate program is soon to be one of the, if not one of the only ways to get NOA services, but definitely the quickest way for mortgage brokers and people in that industry to get these kind of services.
Yeah, and again, a couple quick ways that mortgage brokers, if you're listening in and, maybe you don't like the color green, you don't like working with us for whatever reason, you're, loyal to the other guys, or you're in their brokerage, whatever it is, a couple quick ways to get assessments for your clients. Number one, they can call Canada Revenue. 1-800-959-8281. Be prepared to wait a bit, but you can hit number 4 and then 0 to speak to an operator, or CRA agent. But, they're going to ask for some questions: name, date of birth, all the easy ones. With the address, sometimes where people can get caught is the accountant will register their address. So if they say, no, that's not your address, you'd be like, well, I've lived here for 20 years. The mortgage is almost paid off. They'll say, sorry, we can't help. You'll have to call back, try and find out. Some agents will help you a little bit to give you a hint, but that's sometimes a roadblock. But get a hold of your accountant, whoever filed your return, right, to find out what address is on record with CRA. And if you do have to call your accountant, tell them that they can log in to their software, because every account registered e-filer is using registered e-file software. They can log in through their account and get your NOAs. You don't have to reach back to our service. It's kind of like a catch-22, I think it's called. It's like when I worked at the food bank, we used to joke around that our goal was to put ourselves out of business. You know, if nobody was starving, we wouldn't need to be in business. We could all go out and work in the real world. And the same thing with NOAs. You know, if you never need an NOA again, and that's not a moneymaker for us. I know for a couple of the NOA providers, yeah, their lives depend on it because, you know, they're mortgage brokers trying to provide another service. It'd be like a mortgage broker going out and trying to start up another credit bureau or something. You know, stick to mortgage brokering. You know, make a fortune doing mortgage brokering, open a brokerage, become the next, you know, Michael Beckett or Gary Morris, you know, become a tech giant in the industry like Biologics or Finastra, you know, but leave accountants, leave us to do what we do best, and leave the tech stuff to the tech guys like Jesse and, you know, those that are on the other platforms. That's it. I try not to vent too much because, again, another service provider goes down and we again get a call from CRA, you know, to change our process. Every time this happens, we just shift our process just, you know, a couple degrees this way, a couple degrees that way. You know, we're like the, I'm not going to say the Titanic, but we're like a cruise ship. You know, it's hard to change direction on a cruise ship. You have to know where you're going well ahead of time. You have to have your chart mapped out. And that's what we've done. You know, we've been doing it since, what was the date on there? 1983, our trademarks backdated to. So a long time. I've been in the industry a long time. And surprisingly, this week, you know, the phone started ringing. It was ringing off the hook, and it's still going to ring off the hook. It'd be like, what was it? Who's not drop funnels, click funnels. It'd be like click funnels going down, you know, and then Jesse's phone will ring off the hook.
Yeah, exactly.
Russell Brunson. Man, I can't believe what's going on in the industry. ClickFunnels is down, but we're going to come back. We're going to come back real hard. That guy talks like he's on 45 RPM all the time. But the, you know, this, I guess this webinar, we spent a lot of time talking about the industry, the state of affairs. We honestly don't control Canada Revenue. We just, you know, try and comply. We have more at stake than just providing NOAs with our license. So we just, you know, trying to stay compliant. We're in constant contact with Canada Revenue, you know, to make sure that we're compliant and stay within the rules, and more importantly, protection of, you know, taxpayers' data. You know, mortgage brokers and the other NOA service providers feel like they're entitled to that information. But look at it this way: the client doesn't have the information, they don't get a mortgage. They don't, you know, they go into a beeline. You know, what's the worst thing of being able to do private lending now for the client if they can't, you know, use that as an excuse? It's just going to take a little more work or effort on mortgage brokers now to, you know, prepare their clients back to the way it used to be. Not 100%, but now you have somebody you can work with, and that's us in the interim till we get, you know, till we get that resolution. So I guess that's it. That's it for another week. This was, what were we today? 21 webinar
21.
number. Yeah. So next week's is 22, but that's going to be on the 8th. Sorry, it won't be number 22 won't be on the 22nd. Sorry to burst your wife's bubble, but
well, she'll just have to get over it, I guess.
She'll just have to wait for 192 years, I think, till the next. Yeah, June 22nd falls on a 22 again. It's in 192 years. She completely. So I guess that's it for another week. Any final messages, Jesse, other than go Oilers, go Canada? Let's try and get one for the country, the whole country behind them. Yeah,
I mean, that would be cool, obviously. And as for final words, I don't have any other than if anyone's going through the process of becoming an affiliate for the Dollar Tax Club and you see anything that could be simplified, please let us know. We're all about helping and making things easier for people. And so if you see anything or you run into any troubles or anything through the whole process, just let us know, because we want to fix it. We don't want to just have something that's subpar out there.
Yeah, and there's nothing like being subpar. Okay, let's round it up with some music, and we'll see everybody next week for the 22nd webinar of 2022. Alicia will be on showing what she does for mortgage brokers on our affiliate program. So we'll see everybody next week.
This is Mike. Mike likes to do things the easy way. Recently, Mike read that My Account, the Canada Revenue Agency's secure portal, lets Canadians across the country view and manage their tax and benefit affairs quickly, conveniently, and securely, all online. Mike thinks this seems like a good idea. So, he found a quiet spot on his lunch break and engaged the power of technology to help him manage his tax and benefit information. With a few clicks of his mouse and a few strokes of his keyboard, Mike began registering for My Account. Mike started at the My Account webpage at canada.ca/my-CRA-account. Mike has the option of choosing from 2 ways to register for My Account. He can register and create a CRA user ID and password, or he can log in using a sign-in partner. Mike uses online banking on a regular basis, so he chooses to use the sign-in partner option. He logs in with the information that he already uses with his bank, making his experience that much easier. After entering a few details to ensure his privacy is protected, like his social insurance number, date of birth, current postal code, and an amount from his last tax return, Mike has instant, secure access to some of his tax and benefit information, like the status of his tax return and a summary of his notice of assessment. He can also sign up for online mail. Within a week or 2, Mike will receive a letter in the mail from the CRA with his CRA security code. Mike can also call the CRA to get his code earlier. Once Mike enters this code, he will have full access to even more information through My Account, including details about his tax returns and benefits. Now, Mike can do everything from updating his address, to checking on the status of his refund, to printing proof of income, to setting up direct deposit and much more. He can also log in and check some of his information on the go using the My CRA web app. Now that's easy! If Mike used his security code to fully register for My Account, he can also use the CRA's autofill My Return service when he files online using certified software that includes that feature. Autofill My Return automatically fills in certain parts of his income tax and benefit return. What could be easier? But Mike thinks the best thing about My Account is that he can access the information he needs anytime, anywhere. Perfect for someone with such a busy life. Make your life easier and be like Mike. Sign up for My Account. You'll have access to the CRA's full suite of self-service options and see firsthand how the CRA is delivering on its commitment to client-focused service. Find out more at canada.ca/my-CRA-account.